y'all from?
What's up? What's up?
Where I know y'all from?
You know. Call the police, ma'am. Okay. Call the police. Call the police.
Where I know y'all from?
What you mean? You don't know you beat up my mom the other day? On our mom.
Oh, okay. That's what this is about.
Can y'all imagine asking somebody, what the fuck? Like, what's y'all beef with me? How, like, what's up? And they say, man, bitch, you beat up my mama. And you go, oh. Bitch said, oh, that's what this is. You mad because I beat up your mama? Yes, bitch, I'm mad. That's what you mad about. Like, grow up. You mad because I beat up your mama, bitch? Really? Yeah, bruh. Oh.
I have to tell you something, Tammy.
Yes.
The way I would f him,
Really?
it's not even funny. I'm a ride he wouldn't survive. The wheels would come right off.
All right.
I want to pop open the hood and root around.
If Jesus had locks, they would be closer to the Florida wicks than to sister locks. And they would have like 3 inches of untwisted new growth. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Jesus was not seeing the retwist lady. He was making wine and saving lives.
Hey, use your brain today, brother.
Hey, vote for me. I'm your guy.
Who the fuck's lobbing you guys?
Actually, we do have a lot of the same donors. We have a lot of great sponsors. They're kind of like a family to us.
They know how to fuck.
You're not horny, you actually just need a hug. You need to be held.
You right, I do need to be held. Down. Face down. Ass up. That's what I need.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can follow Ruby Bridges on Instagram in 2024. I'll leave you with that thought.
If he right here with me, the fuck? Turned up with my niggas. Turned up with my bitches.
Real quick, I just want to say you cannot compare Youthforia's Darkest Shade of Foundation to Rim Beauty's. Here's the published swatch of Rim Beauty's Darkest Shade. It's dark, but it's clearly still brown, dark brown, with multiple undertones going on here, compared to Youthforia's, which is just black, grayish black. It lacks depth or any semblance of being natural looking. And I've seen folks mention NYX as well, but it's also dark brown, not black. As I've said before, black is a terrible color to mix with.
Depend on our protection.
Switch it up, hostess, order bar, new jeans, so fresh, so clean.
Just a little fair warning, if you guys are finding it a little harder to breathe today, it's because in about 4 hours, I will have a head full of boho knotless braids in my head. And unfortunately, I will not be letting up for the duration of the summer, so I would recommend maybe some heavy breath work, maybe not go on my Instagram page, definitely don't do that. Sending all my love and light.
My life was a lot more fun when my parents didn't tell me what to do all the time. I wish I had to do the exact opposite of whatever my parents tell me to do. Hello, Mother. Can I watch TV?
No.
Okay, I won't.
You know what? For some reason, suspiciously associated with witchcraft, you can watch TV, but only if you can watch this.
C-O-I-T-I-S. Iridocyclitis.
Ah, handsome boy, look at your age mates. Other people's children are there accomplishing things and spelling bees. The only thing you can spell is I-D-E-I-O-T. Idiot. I think that's how you spell it. Let me ask Alexa. Alexa, how do you spell my son is a useless boy?
Idiot is spelled I-D-I-O-T.
Yes, that's what he is, and I don't.
Nikki Haley, you're going to hell. Said Nikki Haley, you're going to hell. Then Ryder Ho, you're going to hell. We ain't forget your name, bitch. You're going to hell.
What if, instead of making fun of the cringe kids by ironically recreating their actions, you allowed yourself to enjoy it? Because you wouldn't be making 500 videos about it if you didn't like it a little bit. Doodles.
Mommy, I drew a picture of our family. Oh, wow. Good job. I'll hang it on the fridge for Daddy to see when he's home from work.
Answer my question.
You don't have to answer that.
Answer my question.
You don't have to answer that.
I'm not an OBGYN veteran or Delta, but y'all will never guess who ain't either. Georgia State Representative Angela Moore. Yes, she's not a veteran or an OBGYN. When asked about these claims, they said, girl, you said you're the OBGYN. She was like, I'm not a physician. I work in OBGYN. That was like, okay, we're gonna let that one slide. They was like, but what about this veteran stuff? She was like, veteran? I'm not a veteran. I'm a family veteran. Everybody in my family veterans. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought being a veteran was very simple. Did you serve in the military? Yes, no. Okay, there's your answer. But I guess not. Then I was like, what's up with this Delta stuff? Because them people real mad. Like, are you a Delta or not? She was like, I am a Delta, but I pledged under my ex-husband name. And it was like, what's his name? And it was like, I'm not telling y'all that. I hate that man. It was like, girl, just tell us his name so we can search it. People at Delta said they did a thorough investigation and couldn't find nothing. All I'm saying is this is borderline lunatic behavior. Because you lying about all this, and you know what made matter worse? She just won her re-election. Y'all got to do better, man.
This is a safe space. How many times, and be honest, how many times did y'all watch that Megan Thee Stallion video? Because the amount of times that I watched that video is ungodly. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna tell y'all how many times I watched it. It should be a sin how many times I watched that video.
Watch this. And I bet you it'll grow back. And it came back 10 times better. So this is your friendly reminder that if you need to start over, you can.
I love me some Black people tacos real bad. I
want somebody to do a historical analysis on
Black people tacos are usually heavily seasoned ground beef or ground turkey tacos with a fried flour tortilla and a variety of toppings, lettuce, onions, cheese, sour cream. They're pretty different from authentic Mexican tacos and very popular in Black American households. So how did they become a thing? Well, there isn't a ton of research out there on this, but here's what we do know. Food ties between cultures, especially oppressed and therefore often segregated cultures, is a pretty common occurrence, like Black people tamales in the Mississippi Delta or chili con carne in Texas. In the case of tacos, Black people's affinity for them is said to have started in major cities that had large Mexican and Black populations, like LA. In the 1940s, we had the second Great Migration with a lot of Black people leaving the South and settling in California. According to Planet Taco, by professor and taco historian Geoffrey Pilcher, Black people weren't really accustomed to the Mexican food they found out there, so they put their own spin on the tacos. Taco shops in Black neighborhoods started adding more seasonings and chilies, using hamburger meat, adding gravies and sauces. Then in the 1950s, processed foods became even more available in America, and for working Black women, making fast, simple meals like tacos, using affordable processed ingredients like ground hamburger meat and hard taco shells was very helpful. Over time, the love for tacos spread, and we started customizing them even further, adding short ribs, oxtails, sweet potatoes, anything. But many people still use those same simple ingredients today.
I just realized that all of the people who were racist in middle school don't get vaporized off of the earth. They grow up, and sometimes they marry.
Hey, baby, I know you're still mad at me, but can I ask you a favor? No, you cannot. I'm busy right now. Get out my room. Okay, well, we both live here. It's our room. What do you want before you piss me off? Remember yesterday when you made me a sandwich and you stepped on it? Well, I just made a sandwich if you wanna... I did that thinking you wouldn't eat it. Oh, well, I did. It's probably one of the best sandwiches I had in my life, so I'm just... set this right here, and you tell me when it's ready, all right? I'm not doing that. What is wrong with you?
No, what's wrong with you? Huh? Why would you show me something if you knew I couldn't have it?
Baby, can you step on the sandwich, please?
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
She took me on a pizza date.
Eat your damn food. Sis.
Every time you try to criticize the police, people get the exact same response. It's a dangerous job. If you don't like it, you do it. Okay, bet. I'm going to start naming jobs I've done that had more fatalities than being a police officer. Number one, being a public school student. It is not funny, is it? There were over 300 school shootings in 2022 alone, with over 330 victims. The entire police force across the country, there were less than 50 firearm deaths last year. Now, somebody in the back of the class is going to be like, it's more than just getting shot at. You know, it's about violence, assault. You know what, gang? You're right. So I decided to look it up. According to the FBI, about 8% of all police officers last year experienced violent assault. According to the National Center for Women in Policing, somewhere between 30 and 40% of all wives, children, and spouses of police officers experience domestic violence yearly. That means just being in close relationship with a police officer is 4 to 5 times more dangerous than being a police officer. Those are the real heroes. Speaking of real heroes, pet shop employees have somewhere between a 12 and 14% serious injury rate. Police officers are about 11, but it drops down to about 7 if you subtract reckless driving and automobile accidents, right? So that means boots on the ground, you have about a 2 times higher likelihood of experiencing serious injury working at a pet shop. Now, if I were to go to my local shift at a Petco with an AR-15 on my hip and bust 15 rounds into the first Labradoodle that jumps at me, y'all would call me a psychopath. If I were to say, well, I was in danger, I was scared for my health, nobody would ever justify that. There would literally be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of letters to my local Petco demanding reform. That's interesting, but free the guys.
I don't want to destroy all of civilization, just half. The male half!
You did all this because of one man. What about all the other guys you've zombified?
But it's not just me. There are a lot of angry, hurt women out there, and we all want revenge.
You tell it, sister! I mean, you'll never get away with it.
So what's your take?
We should have kept being woke a little bit longer, because while it's great that like in 2020, a lot of things that black people had known forever, a lot of white people discovered by buying a bunch of books that they never read on Amazon. But I think we didn't recognize the fact that white people, by their nature, have a colonizing spirit. So some white people were going to colonize the idea of being woke.
White people have colonized woke.
Yeah, a lot of them. You go around, you start talking about, like, you know, bell hooks.
James Baldwin,
and some white person will be like, well, actually. And it's like, well, actually, shut up.
Wait, that's so annoying and so true.
It's so true.
Oh
and then, like,
God.
also the white ones that are straight have decided they know more about queerness than anyone else. That's my other thing, is that I think that it is appropriation for straight people to identify as open.
100% agree. That is, let the gays have that.
Well, that's ours. Just cheat. Quietly. Be French. Have a mistress. Take a lover. Isn't that so much cooler?
Cheating is white culture.
It's straight culture.
Cheating is straight culture.
It's
yes.
straight culture, and it's beautiful. Own that. Be yourself. You know what I mean? Like, revel in telling the girl you're going on a hinge date with that you don't want her to join your polycule, but that you want her to be your new lover.
Right,
You know?
right.
You want to get a pied a terre.
And just be honest about it. Like, I have a girlfriend, but I'd like for you to be my mistress.
Exactly.
Which
exactly.
is cool.
Yes, and I want more women to go to men and be like, yes, I have a husband, but you'll be my young lover.
My mister.
Yeah.
My
My little sweet thing.
My little call me by your name.
Exactly.
Where the niggas at with the dreads? What? Where the niggas at with the dreads? What? Where the niggas at with the dreads?
Backshots or a good career?
I will pass on the backshots. I want to focus on myself. I strive for a well-organized schedule that balances work and personal life, allowing me to focus on my career goals.
Molly, we've been up here for 3 days. Can we please turn around? What did I tell you when we first started? What did I tell you? Ain't about how fast we get there. Exactly, bitch. This is not the USA. I did not promise you no party. I don't even see nothing over there, Molly. I don't even know where we going. And what is it ain't about? Molly, tell me what it ain't about right now. What's waiting on the other side? Now, are me and you gonna have to hold out, throw down? No. Then stop being a bitch and get your ass up this mountain. Molly, I just want to go home. Let me explain something to you, because I don't think you're hearing me. To climb is to ascend a steep set of hills. Nah. You need to hear this, because you for real about to make me write a song for a Disney Channel original movie right now.
Y'all niggas are fucking everywhere. Like, I don't want to share this with y'all. I'm sorry, I don't.
I understand. It's fine.
I want you back, but I will never tell you, I will never tell you that. I want you back, and a million reasons not to cannot help to change the fact.
Woo! Look at the bitch braids.
I would like to know the candidate's position on the giant space dock that threatens to consume us all.
I'm in favour of the giant space dock that threatens to consume us all, and I think the average man on the street agrees with me. Because the man on the street knows that the vast majority of people the dog will consume will be foreigners and other people we don't like. Sure, we would rather not be ourselves, but we're simple, honest people, and we recognise a net positive when we see one.
Wow, I hope he doesn't win. I abhor my opponent's attitude, and my thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected by the giant space dog that wishes to consume us all. We should do everything we can to help people during this dark time. And that's why I, if elected, will introduce a means-tested benefit that will allow those who could otherwise not afford it to travel and spend the apocalypse with their families. Wow, I hope she doesn't win either.
There's only 2 candidates, and she is the lesser evil.
I've always thought that logic had its limit, and when the lesser evil still involves total annihilation, I think we might have hit it.
Now she in my phone with a nickname. It's Grippy. Yeah. Grippy.
And I hope you understand me. Every word I say is true. 'Cause I love you. Baby, I'm thinking of you. Trying to be more of a man for you. And I don't have much riches, but we gonna.
Black people, there is a white woman on the internet and she is using the N-word. Do not engage. Do not engage. She looked like Susie Homemaker. Do not engage. Do not stitch. Do not duet. Do not comment. Do not tag her. Block her.